Welcome to Cedar Club, Quincy's favorite local bar. A friendly corner bar with a laid-back atmosphere and affordable drinks. It's the perfect spot for a great time. With entertainment galore, including shuffleboard, golden tee, pool, foosball, and winning gaming machines. Cedar Club's latest edition is the best spot to catch your favorite game. Great drinks, great friends, and great times. Cedar Club, 20th and Cedar in Quincy.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad. Today I'm sitting down with Emily and Patrick from Golden Collective. Welcome, guys.
Hey,
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, okay, Brittany and I have talked a lot about Golden Collective on a lot of our shows, whether it's Coffee Talk or Club Muddy, because she's a fanatic. I know that. I am becoming one. You guys have a very cool line of merch, swag, whatever you call it, that's very Quincy-centric.
We do.
So love everything that you have, and you can see some of it here on the screen. Let's get to, before we get going on, all the cool stuff that you offer, let's talk about why you decided to do this.
Quincy is such a special place. I was born and raised here. Patrick is from St. Louis, and I somehow conned him into coming up here. But Quincy is just the most lovely community to be from. And there are so many special places.
Yeah.
And beautiful buildings.
Right.
We really wanted to highlight as well, and events, and kind of fill that hole in the market for something that's not really QND and not really QHS.
Right.
And just meet in the middle.
Yeah, because we talked about sports. I mean, Quincy has no shortage of sports fanatical wear or swag, right? But when you think about places like the Woodland Cemetery
Sure.
or Ghost Hollow Road or things that are synonymous with Quincy, especially for Quincyans, people, born and raised or transplanted too, right? They just have such significance within our community. So I love to see what you've done with all of that.
Thank you.
Okay, so so now we can get to just some examples. So you have coffee cups, you have postcards, you have a greeting card for the holidays, you have all of the swag that you're seeing here. So I think Brittany has this one. She also has the Washington Park, which is amazing. I just saw this one on your website and love it.
Thank you.
Because it is something that I was just talking about. When you go out of town, when you say Quincy, Illinois, people either know exactly what you're talking about or they think Chicago, right?
Yeah.
But I'm always surprised to hear people that are like, oh yeah, right across the river from Hannibal, like we know Quincy. We've been there for sports, or we've been there for the architecture tours, which I love that you brought that up because it is something that's so special to Quincy.
Yeah.
Right? So you have a shop. You don't have a physical shop yet, maybe? Can we say yet? Or
Yet is probably safe. Yeah, we're still toying around with where we go in the future.
Okay.
But yeah, yet is a good place to leave it for now.
But you do have a website, and it's very well put together. It's it's very user-friendly. What is the website?
It is goldencollective.shop.
Okay, .shop, because you can actually shop from the site. But there are a few other ways that people can find you, right? One of them is something really special. It's an event coming up that you're hosting.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
On November 30th, we are hosting Merry Market. It is our very first holiday market down at Studio 125 here in Quincy, on 6th Street, actually.
Okay. It's on the beautiful 6th Street.
It is,
Yes.
to celebrate Small Business Saturday.
Yeah, Small Business Saturday, November 30th. And what is there a time?
10 to 4.
10 to 4. Okay. So, and you're actually hosting that one because
We are.
you
And
want,
a lot of our artisan and maker friends are joining us for that one.
Yeah.
Should be good.
That would be awesome. And just in time for the holidays because, as Brittany was talking about, everybody likes something that's a little more meaningful and not just something off of Amazon.
We
right?
find it's really important to shop local and shop small too.
Yes.
That's how you support the community and support friends, and it just keeps the money in the heart of the community, which
Sure.
is always a good thing. So
Absolutely.
we're big believers in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Which naturally fits in very well with your vision,
Sure.
right? Yeah, absolutely. So you're having the market November 30th, which you're all going to want to check it out because like you mentioned, you have a ton of other friends joining you with a lot of other cool things to offer just in time for the holidays. And then you are also a part of other shows, right? Coming up
Yes.
before the holidays?
We'll be
Okay.
at the holiday gift show this weekend with the Quincy Service League. And night market at the brewery in December, Noel at the nursery. That's at Freeze Ornamental. I feel like maybe I'm missing something.
Well, that's okay.
Keep my calendar.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
And if people are, if they want to learn more about events that you're going to be, they can. I mean, is it on your
It is on our
website?
website,
Yeah, we
And
have
then
Facebook too.
I was going to say Facebook page. What is your Facebook page? Is it just
It's goldencollective.shop as well.
okay? Perfect. So lots of opportunities to shop. I mean, if you can see some of what they have to offer here, but this isn't it. And Ghost Hollow Road, this is one of my favorite. I just love. So now, do you design all of these, or how do you get with?
He is the artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am the pretend artist.
That's all right.
I can
Yeah.
post things and I say, do this.
Yeah.
No.
So
Yeah.
you're the idea maker and you're the bringer to lifer.
I am, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
the creative muscle behind everything.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. And you guys, I mean, it's so creative. I love the name. I love the idea. I love the vision for everything that you do. Quincy is, it is a gem of a city, especially for people who know and love it. And not necessarily do you have to be raised here to understand the beauty of
Correct.
it.
That's right.
And you don't have to be here to rep it either, because it is, it's for everybody.
It is.
Right?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Emily and Patrick, thank you so much. Make sure that you go see Golden Collective at all of the events coming up. Check out their Facebook page and their website. Perfect gifts come for the upcoming holiday season and for any day. Right?
right.
Yeah,
Love that.
absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. All right, coming up next, Britt B and Ash C and Coffee Talk. Stay tuned.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
The Tower, a great place to meet and eat. But did you know the Tower has one of the finest drink selections in our area? Along with its incredible Mexican menu, the Tower specializes in tequilas for every taste. Names like Patron, Cabo Wabo, and Hornitos. And don't forget the margaritas. On Mondays and Tuesdays, stop by and pick up a single topping pizza and get Tower margaritas to go. Enjoy the Tower at home or in our dining room, bar area, or the Tower's signature climate-controlled porch. The Tower Pizza and Mexican in Quincy.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be. Before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center.
Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900 North 12th Street in Quincy.
Welcome out to Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer and it feels so right. I'll meet you out on Broadway underneath the Shamrock light. We're gonna have a good time on the patio tonight. There's a party down at Kelly's on Broadway tonight. We're drinking cold beer on a champagne night. We're feeling all alone and you got no place to go. So come down here and drink a beer on Kelly's patio. Kelly's a fun place to eat and drink. 2902 Broadway.
And we're back. Now it's time for
Coffee Talk
with Ash C and Britt B. I feel like we are really loud today. Are we just really excited?
I think so.
Yeah. So the holidays are coming up. Lots of interesting stuff. There's so much to do in
Interesting
Quincy.
stuff.
Interesting stuff. There's so much to do and see. One thing last night, right? Well, it would have been Monday.
Yes.
That, of course, city council meeting is always covering interesting things, and there's always something to tune into with that.
Yeah.
And last night there was also something to see.
I don't know. I guess to me, like city council sometimes is just boring.
It seems like a lot of
But-
red tape and blah, blah, blah to
Yeah.
get some things accomplished, which I think is just typical in any government thing. It is kind of strange that a small place like Quincy, I consider us small, that things like the fucking roundabout take so long. You know, it's like, why do we have to have so much fodder about this stuff?
Last night, it was about electrical aggregation.
Again, that
but this
sexy
was not,
term.
This wasn't for private properties. It's for municipal properties. So that was pretty cool. I did think you saw some city council members asking questions.
Yeah.
And it kind of proves that, no question is a dumb question.
Do you believe that?
I don't know, to an extent.
Yeah. I think when it has to do with
clarity,
and when it has to do with clarity and city expenditures and tax dollars, I don't think they're.
Ask away.
I've heard some dumb questions, not necessarily locally, but
ask away and dumb it down though for the dumbest.
I think there is a big problem with that when you have people who want to be the smartest in the room using big terminology that makes it a little harder, I think, by design for people such as you and I to really understand
to be like
all of
boring, and now I'm not paying attention.
Well, you tune out when you start hearing big, 3 and 4 syllable words that are used over and over and over again, and you're like, what? I don't even know. Just say the word.
Yeah.
Get a thesaurus and dumb it down for us.
Yeah.
Right? But last night,
spice it up like last night.
Yeah, I was going to say last night it was definitely not boring, not repetitive. What was the action?
I guess it is repetitive. He's back.
Yeah, he's back, but it's not repetitive in the fact that you're like, this again, boring. I don't think it's boring. It maybe, this again, really, but it's definitely not boring.
Jason Priest is back.
Yeah.
That's the announcement.
Where's he been?
Well, so he has been, I think, on a 2-year hiatus. I think it's been 2 years. An order of protection that was given to him. It was an order of protection against him from the mayor.
Yeah.
Because the last time he had made some threatening statements to the mayor at a city council meeting. So he hasn't been allowed at city council to speak for, I think it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
And he showed up last Monday night dressed in his best.
The thong?
It was like some red negligee, and I'm sure there was a thong. I don't know. I saw the picture David Adam has on our city council story. Check that out.
Yeah.
Which explains, quote for quote, what he said that night, which, when it boils down to it, it's another threat to the mayor. So he might have got himself banned again for another 2 years. I don't know. But it brings to question, I guess, like, what are entities like the city council supposed to do with people or situations, maybe?
Yeah.
Like Jason Priest.
So I think...
Do they have to put up with him?
I think unless he's being threatening, that, he has a voice like any other person. But I think he has painted himself in a light that not only discredits him, but makes him a threat to the mayor and our city council. And when you do that, you not only discredit yourself, but you run the risk of losing your voice.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to... you don't get to make threats and then expect to have your voice heard in a way that is productive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Had he not made those threats and he just was unconventional, if you will.
Yeah. I think then, he deserves, he has a voice like anyone else, unconventional, or, what they do with that feedback from him is what they do with that. But that doesn't mean that he gets to be excluded from the voice of Quincy. Now, I know that he has a reputation for other things, so it definitely discredits him as any kind of viable,
and by reputation, you mean probably like there have been instances where he stood outside of school and said thong, and
well, not only that, but
pieces
there,
didn't fit in thong.
The incidences at his house where people have, I mean, there are things that I can't speak. I don't have facts on them, right? And I don't want to. Defamation, all that. So I don't know the guy. I know that there have been charges brought against him. I know that he continues to do this. So while I think that everybody has a voice, I think the way that you carry yourself and your actions determine how that voice is heard or discredited.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with like the whole right of free speech, especially considering, I mean, even though maybe some of the things he is saying are pretty
outlandish,
off the wall. Yeah. The things that, I might have said in the past were considered outlandish. For example, when I spoke against any kind of anti-vax situation, I was considered, crazy or
tin hat,
not looking at the science and not trying to stir anything. But was I crazy? Studies are saying not so much. But that's besides the point. It's just kind of looking at it like I think in the mere fact of free speech. Now, what you said about appearance and the way you present yourself, I think that's huge.
It definitely affects the way people perceive you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So to say like these standards don't exist anymore, to say, I can wear what I want or act however I want and it shouldn't matter, my voice should still be heard. That's not, no. Like that's just not the way that society.
Human nature is, we're built to judge. It's unfortunate, but we are. And a lot of that comes instinctually.
Safety.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We call it, in our house, courtesy rituals. I know, like, Mike was talking to you and Frank about that one time in a group text, but, like, courtesy rituals being when you see somebody on the street, you make eye contact, you say hi. Mm-hmm. When you're opening a door for someone, you don't...
You say thank you.
Yeah. Or you, open the door,
or
too.
You open the door.
Like, if you... Mike always said, if you let the door slam in my mother's face, like...
How dare you?
Yeah, like you're not a good person.
You're a garbage person.
You can't argue no matter what or how you argue, other than okay, it was an accident, I didn't see.
Sure.
But if you did that, like there's no way you can argue that you're an okay person.
No. Returning your shopping cart.
Yeah.
See? Common courtesy rituals. And although there are a few very distinct excuses for not returning your shopping cart. There are certain...
I was going to say we have people in general that maybe go against these societal norms. Yeah. And that doesn't make them a bad person, but that's not the norm. The norm of like when you do see people going against these societal rituals of common courtesy. Yeah. Of even necessarily maybe dressing appropriately.
Quote unquote normal.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I'm not one to speak on, dress. I like to push my boundaries, obviously.
Pushing the envelope is one thing.
But I know the way people perceive me from that too. Yeah. It shouldn't be a shock to you if people don't take you seriously if you're not.
Well, I think you're going to hit. So painting anyone with a broad brush, any group, any person, any whatever is dangerous because you dress how you dress because you like it and it makes you feel good. I love that about you. There may be someone who looks at the way you dress and instantly they form an opinion of you. You as the dresser, the way that you dress, are open to all kinds of feedback, whether it's vocalized or not, right? So I love how you are because I know who you are and I think it's amazing, right? People may look at you and say, I don't take her seriously. Yeah. That all sides are possible and you continue to dress the way you dress, speak the way you speak because you are okay with that.
Yeah.
And I think that in society today, one of the problems is we're all expected to perceive you a certain way, the same way, which is we all are okay with whatever you're doing. That's just not, that's not going to happen. It's unrealistic. So you can dress in your red negligee if you're Jason Priest. Mm-hmm. I don't know him. I think it's very strange. I think it's a self-expression form maybe, or maybe he just wants attention. I don't know. It doesn't affect me to the point where I'm going to be like, how dare you let him wear that?
Oh, yeah.
Right? But he has to understand that in wearing that, he's going to garner all types of different attention.
Provided though everything is somewhat like you're not exposing yourself to children.
If you expose yourself to my kids, that negligee will be shoved somewhere.
But for example, I know city council isn't like really the place that you want to take your kids, but at the same time, I'm always trying to,
Is there a dress code?
I don't know.
Maybe they could instate one.
Yeah.
Then he doesn't have to be allowed in.
Yeah.
There you go.
Perfect.
Easy peasy, lemon, take the negligee off. Right? I mean, it's all.
I was like, don't say squeezy because
No, we don't
know
want to
what's
think about
popping
squeezing.
out.
Nope. But, there should be a level of, so we're talking about courtesy.
Acceptance?
Well, it's like when you go somewhere like that, it's almost like when you go to dinner, right? You're not going to wear giant sweatpants and a see-through tank top to a nice dinner.
Yeah.
If you do, you're going to get judged. I'm not saying you can't. You're going to get judged.
Yeah.
Right? But also that restaurant has the right to refuse service to you.
Yeah.
So,
But that's being a public or being a private business.
Yeah.
This is a public municipal.
okay, well then I
entity,
think
so
that
I
they
don't know.
should form a dress code, and I think that should apply to everyone because it is a serious
Yeah. I mean, when it comes,
serious.
yeah, at least covering your
genitalia and
and things.
But it has to be
Yeah.
very specific because I could see him wearing a bra as like a jock strap, and his genitalia is covered.
But so,
yeah.
like, the overall thing, though, with this, what we're discussing, though, with like societal norms and acceptance and pushing the envelope, is the fact of the matter is that we, like you said, judge because, like,
inherent.
it's important to like vet. Like, it's important to vet the person that you're coming in contact with immediately, obviously, for safety reasons, and then later on to decide whether or not you really want to associate yourself with the person too.
My mentality says if I'm dealing with someone who's threatening, I wish they would all wear red negligees because then I would immediately know that they're threatening, right? Now, then you come across
It's like
the guy
they're wearing the red flag for
right?
ya.
Then you come across the guy who seems normal and he was the quiet one in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
never caused any problems.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay. But yeah, you definitely want, I mean, I'm not saying that I want Jason to wear something, like a tailored suit.
I was
and
waiting for it, yeah.
You
I
know,
was like, wow.
because I don't know. But
Man, what do you think the city council would think if he did come in tailored suit? He's off his rocker then, really?
well, then you'd be like, uh-oh.
Now we're in trouble.
Shit's hitting the fan. Because, I mean, yeah, it is an apparent red flag. But again, I mean, to take it back, it is his right to wear what he wants. He does have a voice that's heard. Now, I do think we could have standards that are put in writing that eliminate some of this unnecessary distraction.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe that's something that city council wants to look into. But also, on the flip side, even if he's unconventional, if he does, uphold the standards and he does follow the quote unquote rules of whatever is instated, he does have to have his voice heard because we all have
the right to free speech.
absolutely. Censorship, in my mind, doesn't hold a place in this world. And I have one exception, and that is if you're being threatening.
Yeah.
Because if you're threatening someone's safety, that's the only time that you should be shut down. And if we held that standard, people would know that it's unacceptable
Yeah.
to threaten harm to someone else. And other than that, you can pretty much say what's on your mind.
Absolutely.
Right?
But again, like, to just play it back one last time.
Yeah.
Society has taught us don't judge a book by its cover,
We do anyway.
but also don't be shocked if you're the book getting judged if your
cover is
red negligee.
Yeah. Because that's just who we are.
Yeah.
It's just inherent. But, and don't expect anyone to accept the cover of your book.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I like that. We should end on that.
You do you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
All right. Well, thank you to EFB.
As always.
You're always fueling our fodder because without you, we would be up here like, what's up, Brett?
It's boring.
Wah, wah. All right. Anyway, thank you, EFB. This has been
Coffee Talk.
See you next time.